brother, but now this shit feel like a group home. And I had told him I love him so much, to me it feel like he can't do
Yo. It's your boy Lucifer, man. And we back with another one, man. That Cassidy and Tory Lanez, man. Cassidy baited Tory Lanez with that first track, man. He took the bait, came back with the Meek Mill's joint. You already know everybody saying he stole the Meek Mill's joint. He came back with that In the Dark. And it's looking like it was looking like it was a rap for Cassidy. Cassidy came through with, what's the joint called again? Plagiarism. Plagiarism was fire, son. Plagiarism was fire. Barred him up, crazy ass beat. I was fucking with it. But you know how the fans be on YouTube, everybody was like, nah, he washed up, he outdated. This and the third. That shit was fire, man. That shit was fire. Then he dropped another track. I ain't like the last track that he dropped. That what's the name of that joint he just dropped? Lullaby. I wasn't feeling Lullaby. It was a good concept. I trust me, the whole science was behind that track, but I ain't fuck with it. So I'm not sure if he's just baiting him again, or he just really just had a miss. But I'm gonna go with he's baiting him again, and I'm sure as Tory drop again, he's gonna hit him with another fire stick. But this is really interesting, man. Because though I believe Cassidy might be the better MC, Tory has never backed down in rap form. Tory always clashes his pen with other MCs, like you saw with Jonas Lucas, and Jonas Lucas is not a pushover. And I'm pretty sure Tory Lanez got Jonas Lucas in that one. And now we're seeing him against Cassidy, and that's some real shit right here. Because they both capable. And both of these guys are egotistical. They both want to prove that they're the best and nobody can fuck with them. So these motherfuckers might keep dropping tracks forever. And at this point, Cassidy might be the smaller artist, but not as small as he could have been. He's been growing a lot. He got the Cassidy OG, he got the GOAT Gang, he got the CBD. He's been doing the smack battles. He just came out the battle with Hitman. That gave him that accelerated him a lot in today's time. And then, of course, you got Tory Lanez, who's been dropping fire track after fire track after fire track after fire track. And despite him trying to despite us trying to cancel him, well, not us including me, but despite society trying to cancel him, he's still dropping fire after fire after fire. He's remaining on top. So it was an interesting clash between Cassidy and Tory Lanez. And this all came about because like 4 years ago, Tory Lanez hopped on a Funk Flex beat and decided to steal some Don Q bars and some Cassidy bars. And Cassidy had, I think, semi-addressed him, but he kind of let it fly. Then like a month ago or a couple of weeks ago, I'm not too sure exactly, but very recently, Tory Lanez jumped on a Funk Flex beat and he stole Cassidy's bars again, stole Cassidy flow, and did that shit on a Cassidy beat. Cassidy wasn't feeling that. He addressed him on Twitter. Tory Lanez replies, not OG, you the GOAT. I'm just paying homage, this and the third. Cassidy didn't feel like Tory Lanez was paying homage. So he retaliated with a diss track. This track was decent. It was pretty good. Tory Lanez responded with another diss track. What the irony is that how the fuck you getting dissed for stealing somebody's material and then you're going to diss them back while stealing now another man's material? So Cassidy disses Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez apparently steals some material. And then Tory Lanez responds by stealing a Meek Mill's beat, a Meek Mill's flow, and kind of basically replicating the song Repo that Meek Mill's once used to diss Cassidy. So that when you dissing somebody, man, your diss track got to be original, man. Like you can't be doing that bullshit. But whatever, the song was still fire nonetheless. You know how people's gonna be. They're not really gonna digest everything the way they're supposed to. They're not gonna really sit on, oh, he stole Meek Mill's beat, he's replicating the same. They're not really care. But they just heard a fire track. Tory Lanez did his thing. Seemed like Cassidy was losing. Then Cassidy drops Plagiarism. That shit was fire. Tory Lanez was basically was dead after that one. Then instead of leaving it like that, he drops Lullaby. Lullaby was, I don't know if he's poking him or baiting him again, but that's what he was doing. And now we need to see if Tory Lanez is going to respond. And I think Tory Lanez might have responded in another track. I'm not too sure. Let me check real quick. Tory Lanez, Cassidy, this. All right, so I'm seeing. All right, so we got the Cassidy Plagiarism. That was this. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, so Cassidy's first one was perjury. Boom, decent track. Then Tory Lanez drops When It's Dark. Bam, that shit was fire. It was hard. Then Cassidy goes even crazier with plagiarism, and plagiarism was probably the best one on all of them so far. And now he just dropped Lullaby. So I'm not sure. Let me see. Did Meek Mill's respond to Lullaby? It doesn't look like Meek Mill. I mean, it doesn't look like Tory Lanez responded to Lullaby. So as far as right now, as far as it's looking right now, Cassidy's looking like he's taking the win. Tory Lanez, I think, can easily take out Cassidy, like beat the round of Lullaby. I don't think Lullaby is unbeatable. I think he could beat Lullaby. So let's see what happens, man. That's my breakdown of Cassidy versus Tory Lanez. If you want to hear some more, hit the alert notification, subscribe, and we out.